Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video. Today we're going to go over the Starter Deck Vegito deck that I played on my live stream this last Friday, which also means there's going to be some gameplay of this deck at the end. If you're not following me on Twitch, please consider doing so. I stream every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes during like random times, especially since I have like weird pockets of free time right now. If I do, I'll stream with it. So if you want some notifications, do that. It also gets streamed here as well. So as long as you're subscribed to me on YouTube, you'll get the notification for there as well. I'm just more interactive on Twitch. But let's go into the star deck, and it's really weird. This is like one of the like ninth times this has happened or something, where an archetype comes out for a set. I look at it immediately like, I don't think this is cool. It doesn't look very fun. Ignore it for like weeks, and then a certain build comes out. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite build. Like, it's really funny how many times this has happened. Like, especially like Cell Surge, that happened for a while. I didn't think I was gonna like Cell Surge. And then eventually I tried it out, and I'm like, oh, this is like my favorite deck. So this leader's really, really interesting, and partially the reason that I think it's so fun is just the interaction that it has with revive cards. So that's what's really sparked it as a really cool deck for me. So if you don't know what this card does, so auto when this card attacks, draw one, and then auto if it's your opponent's turn, when one of your blue Unison cards would be placed in the drop area, or your blue battle cards are removed from your battle area by opponent's skill or KO'd. You may flip this card over. If you do, draw two cards, and then it's also just has a default awaken of, if your life is at 4 or less, you draw one, tap one. But it's really, really easy for this guy to awaken. And like it's almost like it's on its front side for like a turn or two. So you get to awaken super duper early. You can awaken at 8 life, which is nuts. And since we also aren't running a super combo that cares about our life total, it's totally fine for that. So really, really cool leader there. And then on so being able to just do like a draw two on like really early turns is fine. And then you'd think, oh, you don't have like an untap, but the awaken side has like an untap ability which we'll go into. So auto when this card attacks, draw one, and then active battle for 2 blue. You can choose up to one of your Unison cards. It gains plus 10k power and triple strike for the battle. This is a really good effect. More now that I've been using this deck more. This can just be your finisher. This active battle will be your finisher in many games, just because you can get it's really hard for your opponent to stop a Unison. They can't blow this card up, right? A lot of cards to stop Unison cards are negates, blockers, and just being able to blow stuff up, right? If you're playing against using another thing, like if, for example, if you're just going in with Moscow or something like that, you can use you can blow it up, right? That's the idea. So with a Unison card, there's not a lot less interaction right now. So having a big boy triple strike means a lot for this card, especially since you can use its -3 to get rid of 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barriers. So if they even do have like some blockers set up for you, that's fine, and it's dual attack too. So like the only way to prevent your opponent from like getting a big triple strike coming to their face is by doing they have to have 2 negates essentially, right? Or 3 blockers or something like that. And even if they do have all that stuff, you don't have to invest the energy onto this until the active battle. Because if it was like active main gives something triple strike and plus 10k, it wouldn't be as good as like an active battle kind of thing. So it's a really good finisher, and I think like this Gotenks is a lot better than a lot of people are saying. Like it's just oozes value, honestly. Dual attack blocker is fine. And then being able to either draw 2 cards or even choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and just get rid of them for 4 energy. On once again, like if this card was a 4-drop dual attack blocker that got rid of cards, like it just had like its starting ability was the -3. This would still be a really good card, but it just the fact it's a Unison, I think, helps it out a bunch more and all that. So that's just kind of like how you get the end game, right? You just get this guy out, give it triple strike, and win the game. So how do we get there? So we have this blue-green archetype, and pretty much the idea of this deck comes around this Kaioken Sengoku Returns. So it has this revive blue-green. If you don't know what revive does, when this card is KO'd, you can send blue and green cards to your drop area, or you can just send a blue-green card to play this again, and then it has the revive skill negated. So you can only use revive once, which is fair enough. But it has this auto when you KO this card, when one of your opponent's battle cards at any cost of 6 or less attacks, negate the attack. So you can KO this card by itself, so you can have this be like a negate in a way. and of course, it has to be a battle card with a cost of 6 or less, which is kind of important to think about, especially since there's a new Unison card. So like your opponent has like a leader card and a Unison that gets around this inherently. And then, but if you play this really early, they'll probably have like a 1 or 2 drop they want to swing in with. And then if you do KO this card, it does proc your Vegito, because it just says it doesn't say mono blue, because it says when one of your blue Unison cards will be placed in your drop area, or one of your blue battle cards which is moved from the battle area by your opponent's skill are KO'd. So it doesn't mean KO'd by your opponent. You can draw 2 cards and flip this card over. Or on the back side, you can untap one and draw 1 as well. It has to be mono blue when you untap one. So which one? Yeah, mono blue energy, but it doesn't specify mono blue battle cards, so they're totally fine with it being a blue green card. So, and that's really what you want to do with this. You can just play this card. For using this as a negate, you get to untap 1 and cycle a card for free, and you still get to negate. So you go like +0 for negating a card, and you also get like an untap 1. So like it's a really good combo for this guy, and it helps out a bunch, especially if you think about like if you use Dr. Wheelo. So auto, when this card is placed from your drop area from your hand by your opponent's skill or by your revive skill, you may play this card. So that's really good. And so like both these cards just work out very well, especially since like blocker is really good for this leader as well, because it just has to be KO'd. So if you have a blocker out and they KO it, but you use your blocker to stop it and then they KO it, then you still get the proc for it. So a lot of synergy with revive this leader has, which is really weird. I don't think they intended that, but that's that's totally fine, especially since obviously they didn't intend all these starter deck interactions with Vegix either. So some other things. So I guess really turn 1, what you want is we have the Dr. Rhoda Unknown Potential. So he's just a generically good blocker. And then also when this card's KO'd, choose up to 1 of your blue energy, switch to active modes. That's pretty good. We also have S Super Saiyan Trunks, Architect of Peace. So auto for 1 blue. If your leader card is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is used in a combo, choose up to 1 of your blue Saiyan cards at any cost of 2 or less in your hand, negate skill, and play in rest mode. So this could be pretty good for like in conjunction with our Unison, our 2-drop Unison. This card could be pretty good in that, especially since we don't have a lot of targets in this deck, to be honest. You can play it himself essentially, or is it just 2 or less? Or you can play the Kaioken Son Goku though. So this is a really neat little thing. So if you're going second and you have 1 blue energy open, you can just swing with your leader, use this Trunks, combo it, and play this Kaioken Son Goku. It has its skills negated for the turn, but then when it goes back to your opponent's turn, it has its skills back. So that's just a way to cheat this out and get started very early. Like the sooner you get this card out, like the more cycling advantage, and just you can stop your opponent from doing stuff, which is nice. So it's just a really good. I just really like this interaction. So there's that. We also have Gogeta Pursuit of Power. This is our other Unison card. We might not need 7 Unison cards. I might actually put up to 4 Gotenks because this card's so powerful. But this one's pretty good. So permanent, if your leader card is blue Saiyan card and you have a blue Saiyan battle card in rest mode, your leader don't take damage from attacks. And then for +0, choose 1 of your leader cards or battle card and switch to rest mode, add a marker to this card. I've never really used this effect. It's kind of bad, but it's -2, so just draw 1 card, then choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with any cost greater than their current energy, ignoring barrier, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. This is a pretty good effect. So if you're playing against something that's kind of ramping out something really big, you can just play this card, like swing into your opponent's leader or Unison card, and then use -2 to just draw 1 card, which is nice, and then also get rid of 1 of your opponent's cards. So this is really, you can get rid of like Sin Shenron, which is a big card around, and like some of the Go Tank stuff. So it's just generically okay. I've also thought about running the let's see, we're doing it live. Goku Black. He could also be pretty good as well. So he's a 3-drop instead of a 2-drop, but he has blocker, which is really nice. And then auto, when this card is switched to active by a leader card skill, add a marker. So this won't work with our leader. But for +0, you can draw 1 card, then choose 1 card in your hand, discard it. And for -2, you can choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards at any cost of 4 or less and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. So which can be really helpful for us, is we can just use this -2 ability, get rid of some things, and then we have a blocker, and then when it KOs, it triggers it will only have 1 marker on it. So if it triggers, then we can use our leader ability to untap and draw one more. So that's kind of good. It's for 3 energy though. I don't think it's super great. I think the other one's just as good. So like we can also like play this for like 3 energy, and then like use the -2, and then we have 1. And so if our opponent swings into it, we get something. I don't know. This is all right. I don't know. Vegito doesn't. We don't have like some super good like 2 or 3 drop ones that help out our deck. We also have the SS3 one, but that one doesn't help us quite as much because where is he? Like the new one from the. Is it Goku? Maybe it's not Goku. I know it's a Unison. There it is. Oh, Vegeta. Jeez. So it has dual attack, which is super nice. It has the same permanent as the Starter Deck one does, but it's -1. You can choose up 2 of your opponent's battle cards, return them to the owner's hand, then choose up to 1 of your mono blue Saiyans with any original cost of 2 or less in your hand plays with the skills negated. So if this didn't say mono blue, I would definitely play this card, but it does, so I won't. But having a 20k dual attack is nice too. It's not like a bad card, but it's just I don't think it really serves the purpose of this deck because we only have 1 target for it, so. All right, going back into cards for it. So once again, I already talked about Gotenks, super good card. We're running 4 Dimension Magic and 4 Senzu Bean because they're good cards. Dr. Rhoda. So Android 18 is our super combo. I mean, we kind of draw enough with this deck anyways, and we have enough cycle that we can give up some cycle just for this card to be a combo that's always active, which is really important for us because we usually have really high life totals. And then also it's blue-green, which helps out for our revive mechanic. And then also it's blue-green, so we only have 1 arrival in the deck. We've got the Son Goku and Son Gohan Saiyans of Earth. So it's a rival for blue and green. And then auto, when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with any cost of 5 or less and place it in its owner's drop area in energy and rest mode. Then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and places it in their drop area. So it kind of sucks that it ramps, but this can be really good for removal of your opponent's cards. And also, like, we have like some minor like hand control stuff with it. We don't have a lot obviously, but being able to use like Android 18 and Son Goku for 2 energy, we get to play this boy, get rid of 1 of their cards, and also make them discard 2. It's pretty good. It's a good swing. So and a big 25k is a good body on the field as well. And once again, if it dies, then we get to draw a card and untap 1 on our opponent's turn. So like I don't know, it's just good. I think it's okay. We've got Android 17 Protector of Wildlife, so this is our energy exhaust. We could probably think about using the 2-drop one that you just have to remove a blue-green card, but this is the one for your energy. Your energy really depends on what your starting hand is. If you don't have this Kaioken Son Goku, you're just charging a blue to get out a like a Dr. Rhoda or something, and then if we do have this, then we're charging a blue-green turn 1 and then a blue next turn, so we can play this on turn 2. So it just really depends if we're playing a Rhoda on turn 1 or this Kaioken on turn 2. Also, you can just play this Wheelo on turn 2. Like I've done that before where I didn't see anything, and so you just hardcast this for 2. It's still like a 15k blocker, and if they pop it, you can still awaken with your leader. So like awakening with this leader is the most important part. Other cards, so Super Saiyan Trunks, God Stealing Techniques, just our counterplay. This can be good enough to buy us a turn if they're playing against you. If they play something without deflect, that's important. This can be good. Do note that you have to have 2 ticks on your Unison card, so you can't, you have to use the -2 effect on this, not the -3 for this to be live. But just the fact that he's also a 5k combo is good enough for this, because we don't honestly have a lot in this deck, which can be a slight downfall. Android 21, a Bad Omen. We're running 2 of these. I could almost see like reasoning of running 3 of these, because this could just be like a really good ender. If they're at 4 life, and then we can like do our Gotenks combo and then just play this, that could help us out a lot. But you can activate for 2 blue, 2 green. You can play this card from your energy, and then for auto, you can choose 1 card in your energy and place it in your drop area. When you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and up to 1 card in your opponent's life and place them in their owner's drop area. So just a really good effect to snipe a life. And there's unless they're running like Cold Bloodlust, which isn't super common anymore, or like not Cold Blood, like the 3-drop one. Oh man, the blue-yellow one. Oh, I'm totally blanking, but you know what I'm talking about. There's not like a lot of skill negation that can stop this right now, so it can just snipe an easy life. So we also have Moscow and Campari. I love this card, so I'm running 3 of it. It might not be super good, it might be too heavy, but just the fact that it's just like a good blue-green card, honestly. And so it has auto when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it, which is great. It's a 25k blocker, which is great. And the fact that it's 25k and a 5-drop means it gets around a lot of the common counterplays. And even if they try like KO it with like the Frieza, you can just you play it again, right? So you can play this card, KO one of your opponent's card. They play like Frieza to KO it. You use its revive skill to play it again. I don't. So the only thing I don't know about this card is that, it has this auto KO this card when your opponent plays a card, draw one. So like you get to choose when you do that, obviously, but like so if they do something, if they have a counterplay that plays something, you can KO it. But it's just an interesting. I don't really know the timing on it, so that's something I need to brush up on. But especially like if you swing with this card into something, and like during their opponent's combo step they arrival something, if you KO this card to activate its effect, I don't know if your opponent can continue comboing or not. That's something I don't really know. If someone knows in the answers below, in the comments below, please let me know. But that's something it's a bit like an edge ruling, so I don't really know about this. But the fact that he's just a big boy 25k blocker, you're able to keep reviving him, which is not good. And every time you revive him, you're able to KO something your opponent has on the field. It doesn't ignore barrier, which is fine. But I think this is a good like big boss boy to help like middle game kind of stuff. This is just the fact that he's a blocker, that he can potentially block 2 swings and blow up 2 things is just really good. We already talked about Son Goku and Son Gohan, and then we've got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. This is just like a generically good like win condition. You don't need this card in any way. I've yet to play it honestly, but it's our blue green secret rare, so it obviously makes sense to be put in this deck. And it can just be a great like win condition of either either ramping up, I guess, and just making sure that we live, or additionally making it so we have like a double strike crit triple attack. So like being able to do 6 damage by ourselves is super nice. Some additional cards in the sideboard that I've thought about: Frieza Army Healing Pod. This almost is a meme now, but this card's good and it works with revive. So you get to just get some extra draw from, like, if you're playing like against a slow kind of hand destruction deck, you can play your own Frieza Healing Pod, and then that means that you get some more draw advantage when they're just carding you so much. So that's something, especially since Dr. Wheelo, this card activates when you use it for revive, or this place in your drop by opponent's skill. So if you have Frieza Healing Pod out and they try to discard you can just do Dr. Wheelo, and then you get a card draw on top of it. So that's a really good swing. Dispo is kind of good, so you can return this card to its owner's hand and choose one card in your life, add it to your hand. When your opponent plays a battle card with any cost greater than their current energy, you can choose that card and return it to its owner's hand. In auto, when this card is removed from your battle area by opponent's skill or KO'd, you can draw 1. So if they KO this on their turn, you get to draw 2 and untap 1 for this guy, and that would, like, I don't know, it's just really good for setting up and saying, don't play anything bigger than your current energy, or you can get it back to your hand. So Ultra Instinct and also Hit, both these cards I think are pretty good. They're kind of the same vein. I'd probably lean closer to Hit, just because I think it's more common to have 3 energy in our hand, and if we have something 5 or higher, we can use like Super Saiyan Trunks to get rid of it. But during your opponent's turn, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, so you can play this for 3. And also, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, any cost 5 or less, return it to their owner's hand. So I think this is just a good card and can help us out. So if we need some more counterplay, this is good. And also from the new set, we've got Son Gohan Piccolo, Skill Sharpen. So it's a double strike, triple attack. So it can be like a finishing condition as well, because this could do like 6 damage all by himself. But also, just activate for 1 blue. If you leave a card as blue or green, you can discard this card from your hand. You can choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, any cost of 3 or less, and place them at the bottom of their owner's deck in any order. So this can be really good if you're playing this like a really good aggro deck. Just for 1 blue energy, you can just get 2 cards off their field, and that just feels pretty good. So that's just something to think about as well. Like, this is really good against the I guess the mirror match too, because it doesn't. I don't think revive will proc if it's only if it's KO'd, right? So you can get like rid of their revive cards. So yeah, that's pretty. Maybe I shouldn't talk about the secret check of how to negate my own deck, but I think that's everything I had to say about this. So thank you for watching this far, and let's get into the gameplay. All right, cool. Matthias. All right, there we go. All right, he rolled a 16. I rolled a 17 last time. Oh, but a 15. Oh, howdy. All right, we're gonna assume he's not gonna stream snipe. So, all right, this is a decent hand. I'm gonna say it. I don't want any. I mean, okay, it's good because of these two cards. So let's draw 2 and then 2. All right, I can dig it. Probably charge that, and then turn 2 we can play that. And life points 8. There we go. And anything I should really, I mean, it's just. Okay. All right. Angry Bearded Gamer, how are you doing? How are you doing? Once again, thanks for the sub. And also, anyone else is free to sub. If you guys have any extra money that you're holding out for Universe 3 and you aren't using that money anymore, I can suggest one place, and it's me. I make a bunch of content, and it's helpful for a lot of people. At least that's what they tell me. And I will take your money. We're trying to get money for a new emote. I think I have more than 9 subs. I think this is broken. I think we're more like 10 or 11. So that could be something worth your while. And then there's also I'm going to do a Series 10 box opening. I'm going to buy it no matter what. You guys all know this, but this just helps me get to the box. So if you want to help me with that, totally good. If you can't, that's totally good as well. Just a way to help me right now, I guess. There we go. Well, you've heard it now. I'll wait for another hour, then I'll tell you guys about it all again. I think that's pretty fair. All right. Sun Goten Flash Brilliance. So for 2, he's playing the the fancy Gogeta. All your energies in rest mode. Gets plus 5k during your opponent's turn. Okay. Oh, and 2 apes. What a boy. What a good hand. No negates. Uh, 10k, right? It's only during your opponent's turn. I'll take the 1. Ooh, he's double dipping. No negates. I'll take the 1 again. Ooh. No negates. I will combo there. Tap all. Draw my 1. Ooh. So, I mean, I could, like, get him out for 1 earlier, but I don't think that really does anything. I think we're fine. This is only one. It's just in tax in general, so I think I just want to do this. Just swing it on there. Assuming he doesn't have anything. He could have something. $15k. And I guess swinging on there. Draw 1. Do we care about how many counters this has? I mean, we're probably fine. We'll probably be okay. We'll see if that makes a difference. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dropping $880 for the set. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You obviously you've tapped out for your dragon for this set. Don't worry about it. The Twitch subscription is more than enough. So thank you very much. shaking there. No negates, I guess. Wait, also, your Unison has 3 counters still. No combo. I'll take the 1. Oh, I'm seeing all my super duper combos. Don't tell him that. Alright, so now he's got 5 counters. That's no good. That's no bueno. No negates. Look, I will take the 1 yet again. Okay. Goku effect. Discarding this. And then Vegito effect. Draw 2. And this comes back out. And this comes back out. Okay. Draw my 1. So like, let's see if we get it. Swing into, actually no, we shouldn't do that yet, right? We should do this. This negates the attack. Yeah. So we're gonna do this. And this. Oh, so did I draw one? Okay. Also, real quick. I don't think I did, right? Don't think the log said I did. Is that right? I'm going to draw one. I don't think I did. All right. So there we go. I mean, I guess I just swing here, right? Still? Oh, also. Also, you lost counter, right? From leader swing. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. We're Gucci. And he's got not a lot of energy, so that's good. But he also has 2 apes that he can just draw 4 cards with, so that's also not very good. Yeah, he can draw 4 cards and then untap 2. That's no good. Why didn't charge check land? Because I need mono blue energy for this guy, and also my check lands can be helpful for my Kaioken, like for my cards. That's why. Swinging on leader, so we gotta say no negates. See how he went from 0 cards in hand and 6 cards in hand? That's crazy. $15. Man. I think we gotta take it. So we do. No negates. I'll take the 1 from that. I'll take the 1. I think we charge check land. How do we want to do this? There. $15K. All right, that sucks. I don't really care that I have to do 2. Does he have any more like draw 2s? No, he doesn't. All right. So what do these big bad boys do again? Just swing on his leader. Give him some scare. $25K. Okay. It's just for the turn, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, your wife. You didn't tell her about the anniversary. Or did you tell her about the anniversary? Oh yeah. The anniversary box is in like a month. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh boy, what do I want to do? Where do I want to swing? I mean, I think I want to swing in on the leader, right? All right, he took it. And then I'm going to do -2. So I can draw 2 and end turn. And just hope everything's fine. Just hope everything's fine. No charge. Wow. Spicy. Swinging in on there. Let's block that. Which one do I probably not use? Yeah, this one. He's got Metacooler. That's scary, huh? That's scary, huh? I think it's Go. Yeah, Go Tanks is probably the only one. For the Vegito leader, I'm liking Green Blue. Green Blue's been doing really good because it works really well with the revive mechanic. I think this is my first day with it, but it's been feeling really good. Yeah, let's do this. Response. All right. Yeah, he gets to draw one. That's okay. Yes, he gets another token on there too. All right. I mean, we should just go for it, right? He really wants that to survive, huh? Okay, are we going greedy? I think we're going greedy. We're gonna do it. Let's go super greedy. Oh goodness, is this a greedy play? Effect -2. We're going to swing in on, oh, draw 2. Swing on there. So he's at 30K. Okay. Does this? Yeah, only leader battle card. Yeah, I should be fine to just go in, right? Hopefully. So 30, 40, 50, 60K. To his 30K? Super 17 revive a card that I would think for this deck. It's all right. It's not a bad card, but yeah. Is the SS4 Vegeta is the finisher for my deck? It can be, but really you want Gotenks is a really good finisher because he lets you swing twice and you can like fake triple strike twice with it. Like you can give this triple strike with that, so it's really good.